Hey everybody. So, I thought we'd do another Things You Don't Need to Know episode. I kind of get a kick out of them. I hope you do too. Did you know Nintendo, that company was founded in 1889. Not 1989, 1889. It actually started life in Japan as a card game company. Did you know the Cookie Monster's actual name is Sid? True story, look it up. What else do I have? Let's see. Did you know that jellyfish are considered biologically immortal? Because the reality is they don't age, and the only way they die is if they are killed. So jellyfish are actually immortal. Isn't that amazing? Here's another one. China only has one time zone. How about 97% of the water that is on spaceship Earth here, salt water. 97%. I don't know what else. Let's see. Did you know? Actually, you know what? The very first McDonald's drive-thru, the very first one, was in Sierra Vista, Arizona, and it was actually created for the military. Because at that time, soldiers weren't allowed to be, or weren't allowed to wear their uniforms out in public. So McDonald's created a drive-thru so they wouldn't be seen in public. Who knew? Did you know? Did you know that bumblebees can actually fly higher than Mount Everest? Or that the Guinness Book of World Records, that book was actually, or at least its foundation or creation actually began over trying to settle a bar argument about what was the fastest bird. And I think it was in 1955 the first official Guinness Book of World Records came out, but I'm not sure of the date. Did you know that cotton candy was invented by a dentist? It was actually in 1897, and back then it was called fairy floss, of all things. Fairy floss. Bill Morrison was the dentist, and he had some sugar guy helping him out. But how about this one? Did you know that Cleopatra is actually lived at a time that was closer to the building of the first Pizza Hut than the pyramids? Because when you think about it, the Pyramid of Giza was built, or they started building it, I think 2550 BC, and they finished it in, I don't know, 2490, something like that BC. And Cleopatra, well, she was born in, I think, 69 or 68 BC, and she lived to like 30 BC. And the first Pizza Hut in was it New York or New Jersey, was built in 1958. So that means she's about 500 years younger than the first Pizza Hut, but she's thousands of years older than the Great Pyramids. I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know. Did you know that the little country of Bangladesh actually has more inhabitants, or its population is larger than Russia's? Which Russia has 9 time zones. 9! I think there's 156 million people in Bangladesh and like 143 million people in Russia. Oh, what else do I have for you guys? What else? Let's see. What else? Did you know that heroin was actually used to help kids' coughs in the late 1890s up and through 1912? It's true. Take a look at this picture. Go ahead, take a look. How about that? Did you know that Harvard was actually founded about 50 years before the discovery or invention of calculus? Can you believe that? Well, it's true. I think it was, Harvard was founded in 36, and calculus was like 1686, something like that. I don't remember the exact dates. What else do I have for you? Let's see here. Did you know that every fight scene in the movie Fight Club, the one with Brad Pitt and Edward Norton, every single fight scene, there's a Starbucks coffee cup in the scene. Something to watch. Take a look. Fight Club and Starbucks. Did you know that Alaska, the great state of Alaska, that state is our most eastern, western, and northern state? It's true. Well, here, take a look at this picture, because you're not thinking about the Aleutian Islands and how far they go. So far west, they actually become east. Take a look at this picture. Crazy, right? How about this one? Technically, North Korea is only separated by Finland from one country. Any guesses? That's right, Russia. Take a look at this picture. Isn't that crazy? That little spot, technically it comes around? I don't know. Oh, what other silly facts? We could do some wine facts, I suppose. A lot of people ask, do the shape of the glasses matter? You know, for Burgundy or Burgundy, Bordeaux, white wine, and the short answer is yes. The shape of this bowl matters. Red wine is typically more complex, obviously, than white wine, and this allows the wine, the aromas to escape, by swirling it and allowing it to spend time in this larger bowl. It actually allows some of the aromas that are in the wine to escape as the oxygen hits them, which is actually why you'll hear people say silly things like they can taste vanilla or hint of tobacco. Or as an old friend used to say he could taste terra firma, which is dirt. Kind of a silly joke, but be honest, I use it from time to time. Cassis. What it actually is, you can't actually taste any of it. It's all a smell that sort of tricks your senses into thinking you're tasting it, because the smell comes out. Now, white wine is not as complex, so you can get away with somewhat of the thinner wine goblets, if you will. The bigger bowls for more complex wine. Anyway, what are some other things on wine? What am I drinking? I don't know what this is, but it's not too bad. That's what it is. Sorry, I've been drinking all day. So what are some other interesting wine things? A lot of people drink wine at the wrong temperature. Most people drink white wine, taking away the hoople heads who put ice in their wine, which is fine if that's what they like, but nothing makes a wine person more crazy than when people put ice cubes in wine. But most people drink their white wine, when it's way too cold. It spends its life in some sort of refrigerated unit. Really, you should take it out 15 or 20 minutes before you're about to drink it to get that perfect temperature. Because if it's too cold, it basically prevents all of those aromas and stuff from escaping, and you're sort of cheating yourself out of the flavor of the wine. And the same is true with red wine. Really, before you go to drink it, you should probably put it into the refrigerator for 15 or 20 minutes just to help it get it to that perfect temperature, unless you're wealthy and have a huge wine room with a climate-controlled room, which I do not. But Oh, what are some other little things about wine that I can think of off the top of my head? Which are real corks good or real corks bad? Synthetic corks or twist caps. Really, the whole sole purpose of a cork is just to keep the oxygen out, so it doesn't destroy the wine too fast. So I think it's all just sort of preference. You sometimes have to be careful with natural corks because they can be contaminated, which could poison the wine. And then a lot of times, what else with wine? Oh, why do you decant it? Again, just to let it breathe. It also gets some of the sediment, prevents you from drinking the sediment, which could make the wine very, very bitter. What are some other simple things about wine that I can think of? That may be it. I'm kind of tired. But anyway, I hope you got a kick out of a few of those facts. This is kind of a short video. It's been a long weekend. I had to get a lot of things done. And I just, to be honest, didn't have time to put something together for you. But I have some plans for some more interesting things here in the coming weeks, so I hope you'll stay tuned. Anyway, in this world, when you can be anything you want, you be kind, you be humble, you be forgiving, and you be melting snow. Bye.